Every morning, I stop to buy a cup of coffee on my way to school.
After class, my friends and I meet at our favorite lunch spot.
I come home to dinner on the table, surrounded by my family who love and care for me.
But Victoria's Day looks a little different.
I would make money for the day, and then my abuser would, take it and spend it on whatever he wanted, and then we would be broke the next day. So then I would have to go back to work, and basically it was a cycle like that.
Victoria is one of the millions of women in Canada who are affected by this every year. Even after overcoming their situation, they have nowhere to turn. These women struggle with finding employment, and the majority get turned away from banks due to poor credit history.
These barriers strip them of their independence, leaving these women to fall back in the cracks they so desperately tried to crawl out of. Looking deeper, we found that on average, every trafficked woman in Canada generates about $300,000 for her traffickers per year, yet she sees none of this.
We also learned that a woman suffering from addiction can spend nearly 90% of her income on drugs and alcohol, and 85% of women who leave an abusive relationship return due to a lack of financial freedom.
We knew these issues had to be addressed, but we couldn't do it alone. After partnering with 5 organizations, we were ready to take action. So we created the Liberty Project, a social enterprise which aims to empower women who've overcome human trafficking, addiction, and abuse in our city.
After client referrals from our partners, each woman is paired with a social work student where they work together for 10 weeks through our consultation and employment program. Our clients work with their consultant and learn about various topics such as healthy relationships, goal setting, and of course, financial literacy.
The reality is, they lack financial education because they're not the ones in control. Whether the money is going to an abusive partner, a pimp, or fueling an addiction, every last cent is being used. So we start with the basics. Our 4-step curriculum begins by teaching clients the difference between a checking and savings account, a proper credit card usage, and how to open a TFSA. Our next step is money management. Our clients learn to budget and record expenses through the envelope system, where every month they put money into specific envelopes for things like rent, food, and bills.
Then we take it a step further with the help of our sponsor, Libro Credit Union, who run an interactive workshop addressing topics such as taking out a loan, a mortgage, or opening an RSP. In response to the COVID-19 crisis, we were able to move consulting operations online to finish the curriculum with our clients. Now, in order for our clients to independently manage their money, they needed a source of income. This leads us to our final step, transitional employment. Clients are hired onto our social enterprise to produce reusable menstrual pads.
This allows our clients to gain transferable job skills and soft skills in a real work environment. Along with resume and interview workshops, this gives them the confidence they need to re-enter the workforce.
The Liberty Project is all about women empowering women, so we created a business model that does exactly that. This year, we introduced our first line of merchandise. The products we designed are for sale using a buy one, give one model. For each item sold locally, we send a pad to women in need in a developing country.
All products, along with our reusable pads, will be available on our e-commerce platform and are currently available in 2 local stores. Now, on top of pad production, clients will also be packaging and fulfilling merchandise orders, providing these women with even more transferable skills.
Since rebuilding my life and, getting back to living normally, they gave me an opportunity that I don't think a lot of employers would give me that opportunity. And it's a good stepping stone from getting back into the workforce and getting back into school.
In our first 2 months alone, we generated nearly $6,000. And moving forward, this model will allow us to expand, employing more women in other cities across the country.
This year, environmentally, our clients have produced nearly 800 reusable pads, diverting more than 390,000 disposable products from ending up in landfills.
Socially, the Liberty Project has directly impacted 25 women, while also providing reusable pads to over 325 women in 4 countries around the world.
Economically, we have distributed over $6,500 in wages. After graduating, 40% of our clients have even found their own permanent employment.
At Enactus Windsor, we believe that financial education gives women like Victoria the power to reclaim their independence and take back control of their own lives.
So whether it's that $2 morning coffee
or buying their kids' school supplies,
they have control over the money they make.
It's their money and it's their life.